Welcome back. Today, going to replace let's see, two of the different drive belts on the MBO and go over just pointing out the 5 different belts, well actually 6 different belts that are on these machines and how you go about replacing them. Okay, so this is an MBO T49 folder. And there are 5 belts on here, 6 if you count the V belt that is back in here that drives the whole kit and caboodle. First belt, which I'm not going to be changing, is a red belt underneath here on your registration table. This is called your in-feed belt. This belt moves your paper into the folder, but it also simultaneously registers it against this back plate. Your paper feed here is driven by this belt, your paper feed belt. And that's one that we're going to be replacing today. Back behind here, your fold roller drive belts will drive all of the fold rollers. And that belt is the exact same belt as the fold roller drive belt on the right angle unit. Obviously, these delivery belts are another type of belt you can purchase and replace. And the last is your cross carrier belt, which is underneath here, and it drives all these cross carrier rollers. That's a black belt. This is an indicator that your belts should be replaced. So if you're going to be doing this to something other than a T49 folder, I would suggest taking photographs so you know which way to route these rollers. That's what I did when I replaced the drive belts on the right angle. That was about a year ago. This piece here is going to come off, and there is a right way that you need to navigate that belt through all these little pulleys in here. So take a photo to make sure you do it right. Wow. I can't even believe that ran as well as it did. I mean, it's just the fabric. There is no, there's a little bit of rubber or whatever they have on that on the inside, but that definitely needs to be replaced. Okay, so I took this out and placed it upside down here, and it's a little bit of a bear to get back in because all of these have fingers that basically go into the rollers that are above here, so you have to have them all just right. It's going to take some finagling to get it back together. Alright, I think I got a good mental note of where these belts go. But I guess I can always look back on the video too. And I can actually see pretty clearly the wear marks on the metal behind. So that really helps out. Okay, and before you put this belt on, if you're going to be replacing the feed drive roller, leave it off, because I think we're going to have to pull off this pulley and this collar, and then hopefully this shaft will slip through far enough that we can take the belt off this shaft, and then I think we'll take a couple screws out here and slide it over that whole system. Oh, that's so nice when it comes off that easy. Be happy if this is the same and the whole shaft slips out. Okay, once you get that hammered through that first bearing there, make sure you loosen up your registration table, because there's a keyway ground in that shaft, and you should be able to just pull that shaft out the rest of the way, and that belt just comes right off. That wasn't too terribly bad. I was expecting worse. I got scared because on this shaft here, I saw pipe wrench marks. One of two things. One, some dummy put a pipe wrench on there and screwed it all up. And two, I might have to use a pipe wrench if the guy before me did. But don't have to. So in order to take the feed wheel off of here, you need to take off the solenoid, which is just one nut on top here, just to get that out of the way. The thing that threw me for a loop is there's a pin in here, and the pin is underneath this ruler, so you can't see it. So you have to pull out 2 screws here and 1 screw here, and just, well, take this screw out here as well, and then you can pull the bar back to get it off the pin, and then it'll all slide out. And I think in order to get this cover off, I'm gonna have to snip these zip ties just to slip it out here, and then I'll be able to get the belt off of this drive shaft. And just take that valve out of the way. And it's that easy. Now do it all in reverse, and then we'll be up and running. turned it over by hand a couple times here just before I turn it on, and all the belts seem to be traveling the correct way and at the correct location, so let's see if I did it right. Sweet, that's a good sign. Put the covers on, get this vacuumed up, put it back, and I think we'll be good to go. Oh, there you have it. It's that easy to replace the belts on this thing. And those things will probably be good for 20 years. I mean, I wonder if those were original belts that I pulled off of here. They're in pretty bad shape. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.